Hello everyone, we have the LEGO Indiana Jones set in front of us again. So this is the Temple of the Golden Idol diorama, and today, indeed, we're gonna open this up, build it, and take a detailed look. I have been looking forward to build this since I bought it a few weeks ago, so before I get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. And here you are, let's open it up and get everything out from the box and we can start building. Finally, I've completed building the temple of the Golden Idol Diorama. This is an absolutely stunning looking set. Now we're going to take a look at both the good and not so good about the set. First, we're going to take a look at the minifigures. So there are 4 minifigures included in this set. So on the left, we've got obviously Indiana Jones, and then Bello Q, a Hobbito warrior, and then Satipo. So all these minifigures are brand new. So all these minifigures are brand new design, so it's kind of look different to the previous wave, which unfortunately I don't have any. So I'm very glad that I get an Indiana Jones minifigure here. So we've got very detailed printing on the torso and the legs, and he has an alternate facial expression with some spider web and some spider as well. That comes with his iconic whip, and of course the sack for him to attempt to steal the golden idol. And then we have Satipo. So this character kind of tragically died after betraying Indiana Jones in the temple. You can see his alternate facial expression here, some spider printed at the back. So let's say not a really high quality minifigure here. The whole Vitofara is an excellent minifigure with lovely printing on the torso, the legs, and also the back. He also has an alternate facial expression, looks like this. Comes with his arrows. I wish there are a bit more warriors included in such big set, but it's okay because the cool thing about this set is not about the minifigures but the actual set itself. And the last minifigure is Belloc or Bello Q, whichever you prefer to pronounce. This is the least interesting minifigure, although you do get some sweat print at the back, but other than that, really nothing special about this minifigure. And now we're back to the build itself. There are lots to talk about, both the good and not so good, but if you have seen the earlier parts of this video, the speed build part, you know that the build consists of 3 components. You kind of build each component, and then once it's connected, you do get some additional pieces, so you can't really separate easily, so you need to remove a few of the bricks, then you can separate it. But anyway, it's look better when it's all connected together. We got some lovely printed tiles here, this pattern here, and also the skeleton here, and each of this kind of represent an action features of each section. While there are a few exclusive prints, it's unfortunate these key parts here are stickers. And if you turn the build around, then you can see all the mechanism at the back that make the action features work. Starting from the left is the entrance, so you do go into the temple from here. You will walk through some of the decoration, well, not decoration, so this is how it looks inside. You got a few spiders and a spider web. You got this famous boulder here, but we'll come back to this. You do get a unfortunate victim previously failed to explore the temple. You can see a couple of plants on the wall, especially this one is quite hard to put it in. I think you could have put it in before you build it together, but based on the instruction, you kind of put the things around it first and then you put this in, but then there's actually not enough space for you to put it in easily. So that's some of the more frustrated parts throughout the set, is that a couple of things it's a bit hard to kind of connect together just because it's quite small, and some of the angle is hard for a finger to fit easily. Unfortunately, it's so difficult for me to get my camera inside, but basically here is the passage to get to the next area, which is another really cool area as well. But we can look at this action feature later, but we'll look at this one now. So basically you got a swarm here, so better not drop yourself there. It's just a black base plate, so nothing much you can do. The minifigure will just drop that on here, but you've got some plants, and then you've got this wheel cover here to represent some of the decoration within the temple. You've got here is supposed to have some fire to light it up, but of course right now there's no fire here. And then for the action features, it's actually pretty cool. If you turn this around, you can see some people kind of swing around that. So you're supposed to you know have something thrown onto this particular area, so the character or the minifigure can swing themselves over to the other side. And then the main part where the golden idol is, let me just refocus a little bit. You can see the golden idol here. It's actually really good looking using this color. And you can see Indy here got his sack, so ready to replace the idol with the sack, and hopefully it doesn't trigger, any of the defensive mechanism. Before we start, there are lots of stickers here, but then they are all unique to represent some of the statues. What I like about here is all those brick built statues using very cool technique to create different like facial expressions. This is actually pretty impressive. Actually, throughout the build, even on the first two sections, you also get some statue, well, kind of skeleton face created on the pillars, and also this big face here as well. And there's also a light bricks integrated in here, so if you turn this dial a little bit, you will start seeing it light up. You can actually turn more and it will trigger the main action feature. Okay, let's just give it a try. So unfortunately, you can't really replicate the exact same scenes from the movie just because they are minifigure. So it's hard to do that scene, having the idol slide off and then replace with the sack. But here we are. So Indy took the golden idol and start trigger the trap. So if I turn this around, just let me put Indy somewhere, so you can see it lights up, and then the trap triggers. So if I continue to turn that, you can see the statue kind of fell off. And from this angle, we can take a better look at how this big face dropped from the wall. So you need to turn it, and then something at the back will just push it down. So you've got some chain, so it doesn't really fall right on top of the thief. So now basically, the ground is all shaking, and the temple start falling apart. So Indy gets it here, and then we can take a look at the other action features. You can see the print, which is not print, the sticker here, which is the wall, that famous scene. Indy need to go through that before the wall kind of drop on him. So he will use his whip, swing his way, and then in the movie kind of he dropped his head, so it's a bit hard to create that. But basically, his head drops here, and then he slide into it, and before it closed down, then he got his head. And that's not the end though. From here, he still has to run for his life. Let me just let him escape, because it's really hard with the all the minifigures, and you try to recreate a scene. But here is the final action features of this, and I think is one of the best action feature in this set is that if you turn this around, you can see the boulder just roll down from the top. And if you say again how it works, it's just so good. So this thing is entirely brick built in itself, one big piece, but you can see it kind of spin independently. So this is actually a really cool action feature, which I like very much. And without any hiccup, Indies retrieved the golden idol. And this is the temple of the golden idol diorama. This is a really good set, to be honest. I like it very much, although there's some frustrating parts in terms of building, but the overall building experience is pretty cool. It takes you around 4 to 5 hours to complete the build, just because there are lots of small parts, and especially it's very hard to align all this at the right angle. Typically with a display piece, it doesn't have much action features, but this one is exceptional with not just one, but 4 action features, and all works really well, and in a way that is quite complex to build as well. Personally, this bold action just so much fun. The only criticism I have is just really, the unknown or inconsistent approach on stickers, because we got these all lovely pieces just for Indiana Jones printed here, but then some of the more important elements is with stickers, and some of the stickers like this are extremely difficult to apply unless you're really good at it. But I've got shaky hands, so it's kind of tough to apply some of this because these, it's not just one piece. I've got like multiple pieces, so it kind of, will be better if this is printed. To be honest, even without the pattern, it looks really good. However, I do agree, these needs to be stickers, because otherwise, apart from this particular set, you can't really use it elsewhere. So I understand why they use stickers for these here. And this is definitely not a cheap set, at 250 New Zealand dollars. It's actually pretty pricey. But the good thing is this is not exclusive to Lego store, so you do get this from like the other local retailers, which often offering discount. Like for me, I kind of bought this with 15% off, so I'm very happy with the overall result. This is definitely a recommendation for me, regardless you're a fan of Indiana Jones or not. This is a great Lego set. Let me know what you think about this set in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming updates. And I'll see you next time.